Hi, my name's Anthony Johnson. I'm the owner of Drive Johnson's Driving School. The purpose of this video today is to try and get the learners that have been affected or concerned about the driving tests and not being able to learn to drive during these lockdown restrictions. Last week I took some action. I wrote to Grant Shapps, the Transport Secretary for the UK. So did a lot of my instructors. One of our instructors shared it on a Facebook group which has 10,000 instructors. I shared it a few times, and I thought we shared it on these groups because we thought, do you know what, our instructors must care about the learner drivers. With the tests doing that, and you having to take tests if you live in, for example, Milton Keynes. Some people are going to Rugby and Leicester to take tests. So we put it on these groups and we got mocked quite hard. Now these groups, they have around 10,000 instructors in their groups, roughly, each one, and some of them are, there's not many of our company that are on them, but there's a few, but they tend not to comment. But it's the same old people, the little social media bullies, and they caned it. It seems as long as these social media bullies in these groups are receiving their self-employed grant scheme, they're quite content. Everyone's gone into selfish mode, I get that. But I'm thinking of the short and the long game here, and the long game is waiting time for tests are doing that. The driving instructor register has gone from 40,000 roughly to 30,000 roughly since this year, and that's the figures up to June 2020. So we've got instructors on the register doing that. We've got driving tests and waiting time for tests doing that. We've got loads of tests being cancelled. So it's causing a supply and demand issue. And there's a lot of you that will be watching this video of experience. You might have had a test in April, it's been cancelled, then you've had another one cancelled in July, and then you've finally got a test in November, it's been cancelled, and it's costing you money, it's costing you time. And it may also be affecting your job opportunities, or it might be affecting your ability to help a family member, or whatever it is. Now, I know there's a lot of instructors out there that care, but on these Facebook groups, they don't want to speak up. It's more hassle than it's worth, because you just get ambushed by these sort of social media bullies. So I thought I'd turn to the learners and see if you'd like to, if you care, share this video, share my page and sign the petition. And that's what democracy is all about, right? If we get 10,000 signatures for this petition, which I didn't create, by the way, someone else did, but I'm just sharing the petition, then we'll get a response from government. If we get 100,000, then it will be debated in Parliament. Now, 100,000 is a long shot, but I think we can get to 10,000 easily. And once we get to 10,000, hopefully, and if this video shares enough and the page shares enough, etc., and you guys do your bit if you care. If you don't care, not a problem, carry on doing your thing. But if you do care, share it, and then if enough of us share it, hopefully we'll get heard, and then it's up to the government to weigh it up. And now the way the government usually works, if they get bullied enough into something, or enough people scream and shout about it, then they do something. And if they don't get bullied into something, or there's not enough people that scream and shout, they do nothing. And that's sort of how the government works. So it's a long shot, but if you're concerned about your driving test, not being able to book one till September, October next year, if you've had your test cancelled loads of times, if you finally pass your test but you feel like you've really suffered and you care about others, if you think the ongoing effect of learners not being able to take their driving test and have a driving licence is going to affect public transport, and more people are going to need public transport, then it's worth a share, because the more people that are taking public transport now, the more this virus will inevitably spread. I mean, the areas that they're locking down the most are the busy areas, and they're telling us to avoid public transport at the moment, and that'll be the case for public transport till at least the summer next year. So between now and the summer, if we've got tests going, we've got another 500,000 people being able to drive rather than taking public transport. So if you care and this affects you and you feel strongly about it, please share the video, and hopefully, if there's enough of us, we'll be heard. Take care and all the best. Stay safe.